No, that's good. Hello, everybody. I'm Juliano Good Vibes, and I'm here with a friend and amazing facilitator. She doesn't want to be called a healer anymore, and she lives in Bay Area in San Francisco, and her name is Yuka, and she's passing by Florida, and I had the opportunity to work together with her yesterday in a retreat, and she's just fantastic. So I wanted to ask her a few things about herself, and that's a little doggy
Dog.
here. So, Yuka, where are you from, Yuka?
I'm from Japan.
Okay.
Yes.
I gotta really say about where, Tokyo or?
Oh, I'm from Nagano, which is very small countryside. Very beautiful mountains, hot springs, rice field, clean water.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in the States?
I've been here 10 years now.
And you're a registered nurse,
Yes,
right?
I am. I was a nurse in Japan, and here I'm a registered nurse as well.
So you have a life of service, you know? You've been doing this for how long?
As
15
a
years?
nurse? Yeah, 15, over 15 years.
But now you're working, so you're working with the Western medicine, but you're also working in other kinds of things. Can you tell me a little bit of when or how did you start getting interested in this invisible world or this holistic world that you are right now very in touch with?
Yeah, so what I do now is I do quantum, medicine field, working with trapped emotions that left in our subconscious mind and then cellular memories. So my technique would help you to unblock any of the blockages, emotional blockages that you might have that you might not be aware. You are aware, but you can't kind of not to get out from that space. So I help people with that struggle to be happier or not having any pain or even health issues.
So physical, emotional issues,
Right.
they can be resolved.
Right, because a
with
lot
your
of physical
therapy.
issues can be from it's not only reason why, but it can be really struggle with the emotional blockages. Yeah, so that's I specifically work with for people. But how I went coming to the healing was, so when I was younger, like 23-year-old, I always.
Well, you look 22.
Oh.
How is that possible?
Thank you. But anyway, so when I was 23, I completely one morning I completely woke up with immobilized waist down, and then I was shocked. I was already nurse at that time, and then so it was life-changing event because I never thought that I would be a patient, in the Western medicine. And then, of course, I trusted Western medicine, so I went through all the procedures that I could maybe heal for me. And I saw the kind of the limitation in the Western medicine because they said like 6 months later, nothing wrong with you, like in the body wise, nothing wrong with you anymore.
The
but
doctors, the Western doctors were
but you
saying
haven't. But I was still in pain. One block I walk, so once I was immobilized and getting better, and then 6 months later I could walk, but in one block I would just melt down because I couldn't stand the pain. I couldn't walk anymore. So I was, then I started seeking more because my doctor said that's your psycho problem. So they started prescribing like psych meds. I'm like, no, I'm not psych. Like this pain is real.
Yes. A little
because
pill for
yeah,
that, right?
little pill for that. So then I started seeking. I know myself. It's not like I'm psych. So then I started, doing, Japan, there's a lot of Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure. I was already doing that, but more than that, I was introduced back flower remedy and homeopathic remedy, which is talking about, it's more Western, but Western alternatives, but they talk about more frequency of the essence of the plant or material. So that was the first time that what does mean the frequency? And then so that helped me, and then after that I involved in more self-development, spiritual world, and then start healing my body and then my mind. And then so that was the beginning of my my own struggle. And then at that time, you know I just wanted to be able to walk, or I want to be able to
Wow.
serve to people, to be able to be a nurse again, because that was my dream. That was something that, but at that time it was just completely immobilized. I needed the help from someone. So that was the
Yeah.
really life-changing moment to be into the healing or open to
And what
other.
happened exactly? Did you go to
Mm-hmm.
somebody? You go to your mentor, and he was the one, or
Oh no, I
who
mean,
did you?
so then I moved to United States, and
Oh,
then
amazing.
things happen in your life still, and then my daughter, I have two daughters, and then when my older one started having knee pain when she was 3, and then at that time I already studied so many alternative medicine, so also shamanic, people that I knew. So I went to see a lot of people to heal, to get rid of her pain, but nothing did work. I mean,
This was in the U.S.
in the
already, in
U.S.,
California.
yeah, in California.
Oh,
And then so nothing worked. So this my mentor, who does the same technique that I do, and he was in the town, so like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go to see whoever gonna help her. So then he kind of opened the door for our healing journey, and then within 3 months her pain was completely gone. And then so I thought, okay, this is the thing that I really want to do, for to serve other people.
and what is the name of that technique that you do?
Called cellular resonance technique.
Yeah. And she did a group session yesterday. It was pretty cool, and I could feel, even that was a group session, I could feel some results, or some things were moving in my body. So it was
Yeah.
pretty cool that what you did. But besides just that therapy, I saw you were guiding our circle, and you did it in a flow. You did it very well, like with a great connection, and a lot of confidence. So where is that coming from? Do you channel this kind of information when you're there, or how is it that you learn how to lead people like that, and how to just be so in tune with what people need in that moment? Well,
Oh, you know, I cannot really answer that clear answer, because I think, as you mentioned, I'm not really feel like I'm a leader. I think in that moment I am so open to my heart, to connected, to serve, to whatever they need. So I'm holding the container. That's what I say. Like I hold the container, whatever they can be, who they are, and with love, because I really think love is our essence of life. And whenever I do the retreat, when I do the workshop, I really hold the container of love, so they can be who they are. So maybe you can call this, I don't really channel, maybe it's more intuitively, maybe that's my gift as a nature. So I don't really practice like, okay, how I do this, da da da. It's more when it's the event of the time, I would be that person. But thank you for the compliment.
great. So what she it was basically, just to rephrase her, um, she's really good at holding the space for the group. You were really good at that, and she does it from the heart, which was really interesting for me, because I don't meet that many teachers, or that many facilitators, or guides, or however you want to call yourself. We no ego. So I felt that there was no ego in your work, and I'm kind of like the same way, or at least I try to, because the ego is something that we
Yeah, we
all
all
have,
have.
and we cannot get rid of. We can simply be aware, and as you say, kind of like what I do is to step back and just allow the words to come out, and guide the group in the best way that I can, so there are results, and it's actually you give them value.
Yes.
So that's what we are trying to say here. So she gives a lot of value to the work you do and to the people. And just tell us a little bit about the therapy itself, because I saw you were working on a table, and I'm probably gonna put a little clip after this interview about what you were doing. And but explain a little bit what exactly you do. You feel I saw you touching some points and touching the feet, touching the head, touching the feet, touching. So you were going back and forth like crazy, working really hard on that person. So what is the whole concept behind? What's the technique called again?
Cellular resonance technique.
Cellular resonance technique. So what is the concept? Why do you have to go from one side to another, and what is it that you're feeling, or what is it that you're listening, or what is it that you do?
So basically the technique is a kinesiology technique I use. So kinesiology technique, people might not know what it is like a muscle testing. All our cell and the muscle has own memories that we already know. That's kind of body intelligence that we know that we don't have usually access to.
But there are other techniques that we use the same, like Psyche and maybe body talk, or maybe other techniques that use that. But what is unique about the cellular resonance technique that you do? What is it different? Do you go to past lives too, or how do you?
Yes, so I think that what's the difference is I really connecting their body and then cellular memories of what's in there. So I basically I would say facilitator to ask their body what's in left, and then connect.
Ask the body what?
Like what's in left, like what's the emotions left in their body.
Oh, what is the emotion? Like a negative emotion.
Negative emotions. Sometimes it can be positive.
Or positive, but if it's positive, you don't want to remove it, right? Or
well, I don't really remove it. Okay. Make it aware, as you said. Make it conscious, so then you can process it. If that makes sense, because something that emotion like anger and these things are there, but if we are aware of, oh, there is anger there. I was 3, I was very angry at my dad. If you are not aware of it,
that's it. That's all you need.
You don't know, so you make it aware, and then whenever you're angry, oh, you know what, this is coming from this experience, and then I don't need that anymore. So you can consciously choose not to be angry, even if anger comes up.
Because I've done the same with quantum healing hypnosis therapies. The therapy that I learned from the late my teacher Dolores Cannon, that she's now deceased, or she passed to another dimension. And we do the same thing. We just simply communicate and make you go in hypnosis into that state of mind where you can actually remember something that happened to you in this lifetime or in another past life, and then just to be aware of that, just to see that the root cause of that event, or that pain, or that fear, or that phobia, or whatever it is that shows up on that therapy, that it's enough to heal completely physical ailments and physical disease, and also emotional disease. So it's kind of like the same.
Yeah, and then also what's maybe addition to that is I really take ownership of my client that who wants to heal, because a lot of healing out there is I am a healer, I will heal you, but because of I engage so much, meaning that I would really eliminate these emotional blockages, but at the same time, okay, let's now connect with your divine, with your knowing. What do you want to, what is your word? It's not me, okay, feel love now. Feel peace now. Other than that, I think a lot of practice are like that. But I would really make a space, as I say, like make a space for them to really get in touch with, okay, what is now, instead of anger, what I want, what's my true feelings there. So I think that makes really powerful, because it's not coming from somebody else's word. It's their choosing their state of mind, their state of feelings that they actually are. So they have this little bit more strength, willingness to be who they are.
So they sort of discover themselves,
discover
their
themselves.
Potential, or who they can be, and what is, like, out of the top of your mind, besides your daughter, what is a result that you've seen in a patient lately?
Let's see. I think one of the result now is it's easy to say physical, but one of my client actually, she wasn't able to get pregnant, but she released all the energies,
That's a
and
big one.
then she was able to pregnant. And then I don't, because she does a lot of stuff that's not like all me, but I think it was helping her a lot. Also, a lot of pain patient I work with, because I come from a lot of
Physical pain. Okay.
physical pain, and then I think actually a lot of pain related to your financial insecureness. So a lot of patients come to see me. Oh, I cannot afford you, But I said, well, if you release, the money will come. Just trust. And then my client came to see me, and then after 2 months, he got promoted to another position that he wanted it to be. But initially, he came with some, pain, physical pain.
Actually, physical pain.
Physical
Okay.
pain or I think he came with the relationship issues, but actually I actually want to make more money, so we worked on that extra, and then he was starting promoting, his job, and then he was great with his girlfriend. So I see a lot of results, not just the physicals, but if you want to manifest more, because it's about wholeness that we would be. So I think you can see a lot of changes. I mean, including my life too.
Okay, I'm ready to try it. Okay, I'm gonna put her card here for all the viewers to see. And what is your website again?
Yuka Japanika. So
But it's with K,
K.
right?
So YukaJapanika.com.
All right, I think everybody saw it. Thank you so much, Yuka, for
you.
this amazing work that you're doing to raise the consciousness and heal the world. We need more people like you in this world, and I really admire you. And you're so dedicated, and there's no ego in your work, and it's just full of love. And keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, and thank you, listeners, YouTubers. We love you.
Bye.
JulianoGoodVibes.com. Thank you.